Whether you just got your scooter or have been riding for years, there are always things to learn and ways to improve your riding experience. Here are some of the most useful things I've learned while owning an electric scooter. There are many small upgrades you can make to your scooter to increase ride comfort, maximize safety, and customize your scooter for your personal wants and needs. The easiest upgrade to make is your handlebar grips. Even high-end scooters often come with crappy grips that are made of cheap foam or slide and rotate around on your bars. Do yourself a favor and upgrade those grips to a high-quality pair of locking mountain bike grips. There are thousands of different options to choose from, with just about every firmness, grip pattern, or feel that you could imagine. This is also an easy way to add some personalized flair to your scooter, as grips come in just about every color and color combo imaginable. You can choose a color to match your scooter or your riding gear. The best part about this is that you can get professional level handlebar grips for under $30. For a relatively small amount of money, you can completely change the way your ride feels and add a dope color accent. When I purchased my Cabo Mantis, I started with the foam grips that come on the scooter, which I strongly disliked. I eventually switched to a super cheap pair of locking grips I found on Amazon for $7 that were 100 times better than the foam ones. But they did end up being a little too hard and plasticky for my liking. Most recently, I've taken a strong liking to these Deity Lockjaw grips, which I tried out on my mountain bike and fell in love with. I bought another pair for my Mantis and they feel amazing. They only set me back $22, which is such a small price to pay for the added comfort and control I get while riding. I recommend picking up grips at your local bike shop where you can try different brands and styles and where an expert can show you all your different options. Replacing and changing a tube on an electric scooter can be extremely annoying, and the correct size tube can be hard to come by. If you find yourself getting lots of flats, then a tubeless or solid tire swap could be the solution for you. Some of the more common electric scooters have all sorts of options available for solid tires on Amazon. You can find solid tires that imitate the feel of pneumatic tires but prevent punctures. Another easy upgrade to make is updating your disc brake levers, calipers, and rotors. Good braking is extremely important for obvious reasons, and I personally find it hard to completely trust these brake brands that I've never heard of. Even on my $1,600 scooter, it feels like corners were cut in the braking department. I've had to deal with issues like warped brake rotors, brake pads rubbing, calipers coming loose, and loud vibration from the rotors when accelerating. Small adjustments and tune-ups have gotten me through these hiccups, but the best solution to these issues would be a full braking system upgrade. Due to the current state of the world, good brake components are very hard to come by and take a long time to ship. So once my new brake parts come in, I will post a video showing in greater detail how to switch out these parts. But if you've ever switched out components on a bike, then the brake switch shouldn't be much of an issue for you. As an avid mountain biker, I can't express enough the difference that a good set of brakes makes. Keeping your brakes tuned up is not that awful of a process and should be one of the first things you do when you get a scooter, and something that you should do regularly throughout the life of your scooter. Make sure your brakes are centered by loosening the two main bolts until the caliper can wiggle back and forth. Hold the corresponding brake lever down firmly to center the caliper on the disc. While holding the brake lever down, tighten the bolts back down. Test to make sure the pads aren't rubbing on the rotor. Use this bolt here to make small adjustments to the pads so that they are close to the rotor as possible without rubbing. Be sure to make adjustments when needed and occasionally recenter your brakes if they're feeling off. Check to see if the ends of your brake cables are exposed. Exposed cables can fray, and replacing a cable is quite annoying, so be sure to use a cable end or cable crimp to keep the ends covered. Any bike shop will have loads of these, and a lot of the time they'll give them to you for free. When you go in to get your new pair of handlebar grips, be sure to ask them for a couple. Slide one on the end of any exposed cable and use a pair of pliers to crimp them down. I use my scooter for almost everything I do. I commute to work, I run errands, I pick up food, I go for long scenic rides, and just about anything else you can think of, I use my scooter to do it. So, naturally, there's quite a range of possible things I need to bring with me when I leave the house. I often find myself needing to leave the house quickly, whether because I'm going to be late for work, or to quickly go run an errand. And for a while, I would have to change the contents of my bag depending on my needs. Things I needed to use my scooter often weren't in already because I had already used the bag for something else, or it had way too many things in it that were overkill for a 2-minute drive to Walgreens. As a solution to this issue, I purchased a kid's size hiking backpack dedicated to short ride essentials that perfectly fit my chain, my goggles, and a multi-tool. These 3 things always stay in it, so I never have to pull things in and out of a backpack. The pack fits amazingly, and I can barely tell it's on when I'm riding. The chest clip keeps it secure on my shoulders. Plus, it has a couple bottle holders for when I want to take a soda or 2 to work. I also keep a hat clipped on it to cover my helmet hair when I walk into stores. Another solution to this problem, if you are having it, is to keep these things in a scooter bag that hangs from the handlebars. Personally, I'm not a fan of these, so the backpack was the best solution for me. When I want more things in my bag for a long ride, the small kid's bag is small enough to go right inside another backpack without having to pull anything out, meaning that I never have to worry about pulling things in and out of bags when I get done with my ride. Speaking of keeping things in your bag, the more I ride, the more I find that I hate having a bunch of things cluttering up my cockpit. Having the phone mount and the light mount and a GoPro mount and any other things always sticking off from my scooter, even when I'm not using them, is annoying. The solution is to keep these things in your second, longer ride pack for those times when you aren't sure if you'll be back by sundown, or if you're not sure if you'll need to Google Maps your way back home, and you don't want the annoyance of the mount in your peripheral the whole time you're riding. The next piece in this puzzle is to be sure to have a bar extender on your scooter. This is such an awesome convenience, and I would encourage everyone to buy one. Mount your extender in a way that the ends of the extender are open. This way, when you want to use one of your mounted accessories, you don't have to fully undo the clasp to get the mount on the bar. You can loosen the mount enough to slide it onto the end of the extender and then tighten it down. This is quick and easy and keeps your cockpit clutter-free when not using your accessories. So there you have it, a few tricks and tips for improving your ride. There are a number of other cool things that I left out in this video, so hit that subscribe button to keep an eye out for the next tips and tricks video, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.